Welcome to this, our Friday, July 22nd, 2016 edition of the Government News Brief. In the news, government reaches out to Akwini residents, local importers and manufacturers encouraged to conform to the Ghana National Bureau of Standards registration requirement, and hinterland school children will be provided with stipends. Stay tuned as we bring you the details of these and other stories. Thank you for staying with us. I am Paul McAdam. Here now are the details. The Parliamentary Committee on Natural Resources met with regional and municipality councillors to discuss concerns of the Region 10 community in relation to natural resources. Tiffany Rogers reports.
Chairman of the Parliamentary Committee on Natural Resources, Odinga Lumumba, says the outreach to the community is part of the committee's efforts to guide the Natural Resources Minister in the crafting of its plans and policies for the sector.
The committee, we get together, we pull the information together, then we have a hearing with the minister and raise the questions we hear here. We put it to the minister and with our recommendations, and we try to come to a common position.
Bauxite mining, the location of the Forestry Commission and the use of trucks on the roadways were top concerns of the councillors.
I am wondering if I can go to any government institution today, especially the Ministry of Natural Resources, and find out from them what quality of bauxite is being taken out in every shipment of bauxite that leaves our shores.
I think the forestry where it's located definitely it's a bad spot. Because when you have 2 or more trucks to be checked and to be inspected, it protrudes out on the road and it's a wrong turn. So a driver coming from, let's say, let me describe it as west to east, you're approaching the highway from in the township of Mackenzie. To see around that truck is impossible.
It's very bad when we observe the way that way is being used by those big trucking trucks that are loaded with rocks. To me, the logs look kind of unsafe with the chains.
The Parliamentary Committee on the Outreach comprised of Lumumba, APNUAFC Member of Parliament Odwin Rutherford and PPPC Member of Parliament Pauline Sukai. The committee assured councillors that their issues raised will be presented to the Natural Resources Minister. On Monday, the Parliamentary Committee will be meeting with the bauxite company Bosai to discuss worker issues. Last week, the company met with the other bauxite company, Rusal. For the Government News Brief, I'm Tiffany Rogers.
Residents of Akwini met with the Minister of Indigenous Peoples Affairs, Sidney Alicock, and the team in raising issues of concern that they want government to address. Isaiah Braffett has this report.
Akwini residents got the opportunity to raise issues that have been affecting them with the minister and team. Minister Alicock says he's aware that he cannot sit in Georgetown and know what are the needs of the Akwini residents, hence his visit.
This will help us to be able to work with you, be able to listen to you. This is not a one-sided thing that we are going to come and fix everything. We're fixing anything that you decide upon together. So that, remember, when we come here, whatever is here belongs to you. You have to own it and treat it as your own.
Chairman of the National Tusao Council, Joel Fredericks, urged residents to have a vision for the development of their community. Working together is the only way it can be achieved, Fredericks adds.
Division doesn't bring development, right? So we need to unite, we need to work together. Unity is power. We need to unite and work together for the development of Akwini.
Regional Chairman of Region 2, David and Ramdat, echoed the call for unity for the development of the village.
We have 12 councillors from the People's Progressive Party, Civic, and 5 councillors from the coalition. But we were never divided on any development matter.
Residents raised the issue of senior citizens not receiving pensions on time. The regional chairman informed the residents that the issue will be addressed immediately.
We've decided already that the region must find ways of having the board and the officers to come into the community so that our pensioners can be paid rightly.
Barbara France, a resident of Akwini, raised concern about education.
I'm currently asking for transportation. I am a widow also, and I have children going to Charity Secondary School, and I would also like to know and to have a secondary department here in Akwini.
The regional chairman says the RUC will look into the issue.
This chairman will have to engage you. We will have to have our technical people doing the feasibility studies, because we have also seen cases of schools being developed, but there were difficulties with the sustainable management of those educational facilities.
The minister held meetings in St. Monica and Wakapow, and the communities apprised him of their needs. The need for schools, health centers, transportation, and agricultural equipment were among the requests made by the residents. Isaiah Braffett for the Government News Brief.
Walton Hall on the Essequibo coast and Lusignan on the east coast of Demerara will benefit from improved river and sea defenses. More in this report.
Contracts were signed between the National Agricultural Research and Extension Institute, NARI, and S&K Construction Services on July 20 for river defense projects. The contracts are valued at $21.5 million. Over $11 million will go towards the construction of 265 meters of Brushwood Dam at Walton Hall, Essequibo Coast in Region 2. This involves the construction of 2 dams measuring 140 meters and 225 meters for the southern reach exposed to wave energy. Meanwhile, at Lusignan on the east coast of Demerara in Region 4, 240 meters of Brushwood Dam will be constructed. This project involves the construction of 1 dam measuring 60 meters perpendicular to and 180 meters parallel to the foreshore for the eastern reach exposed to wave energy. The groins are expected to reduce the amount of wave velocity, allowing sling mud to settle out on the lee side of the structure. Over time, the elevation of the foreshore will increase to a height suitable for mangrove restoration. Head of Mangrove Restoration Department, Nari Keen Mosley, explains.
An important aspect of all of this has been and will continue to be the cooperation and involvement of local communities. So as part of our overall restoration project, what we try to do is work with local communities through our village mangrove action committees in all aspects of our restoration. Whether our restoration activities involve seedling planting, whether it involves the construction of groins and breakwaters to create conditions that will promote mangrove restoration, or whether or not it's just having to be able to spread the word and get the information out there about the importance of mangroves, and that it's not just a haven for mosquitoes, which is what a lot of the local communities complain about. But having them understand the importance of having a sustainable and healthy mangrove forest, not only to their livelihoods, but in terms of protection. And we've had a lot of positive feedback. Most of our restoration sites, while we would not have had 100% success at all sites, we have quite a few successful sites, and we're continuing to work with the local communities so that they can maintain those sites and, as part of our sustainability plan.
In 2015, the Institute's Mangroves Department completed the construction of a 100-meter brushwood to form a groin at Walter Hall. For the Government News Brief, I'm Tiffany Rogers.
Local importers and manufacturers are encouraged to conform to the Guyana National Bureau of Standards registration requirement. Here are the details.
Importers and local manufacturers are required to register with the Guyana National Bureau of Standards annually to conform with the agency's standards. Head of the agency's Conformity Department of the GNBS, Candell Walcott Boswick, explains.
for the categories of products monitored by the GNBS, for the importers, once they're going to bring in any of those items that are on our list of products that we monitor, they're expected to register with the Bureau annually. For the locally manufactured products that we monitor, they also have to register with the Bureau.
Application forms for registration can be accessed through the Bureau's website and submitted to the office located at the National Exhibition Center.
They would complete a form indicating, probably have a sample of the form. Yeah. We could show them with the requirements that they have to complete. And then after that is completed, they would normally issue a certificate that should be displayed at the location that they're registered as an importer of a particular product.
There's no difference in the registration fee. It starts at $1,000 at this time. And if you're a dealer, that's for the importer, $30,000. But if you're a dealer of commodities that we monitor, for example, used tires or sell the phones, they register as dealers. They're required to pay $15,000.
There are 20 commodities monitored by the agency. The registration will facilitate the inspection of the product's labels to ensure they conform with the national standards.
Based on inspection requirements, the necessary procedures have to be followed, whether they're meeting requirements, the labeling requirements. Because for now, the majority of the products we monitor are for the labeling requirements.
The Guyana National Bureau of Standards will heighten awareness to ensure businesses conform to the agency's regulations. With this news brief, I'm Renetta LaFleur.
The Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs plans to provide hinterland school children with stipends. Here's more.
The stipend will assist the hinterland school children in terms of school supplies and other needs. Minister within the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs, Valerie Garrido-Low, says the stipend is not for scholarship awardees.
To have a scholarship here in Georgetown and staying by the dorms, you have to get 470 marks. So that is being sorted out right now. I know Ms. Daly uplifted the results the other day. She has to come here and we have to sort that out. Because for those who did well but did not manage the 470, we also would like to give them a little stipend to assist them in their communities. Because some of them got, they got the regional school, so we want to assist them over there.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs is currently working on assisting the Hinterland Scholarships awardees in their studies.
For the youth for this year, I'm looking into their scholarships and so on. For GTI, we have several. We have many applications for GTI, especially some who have completed the Kurkur stint successfully. They want to go and step up on their studies there at GTI. Miss Samuels, she flew up today to Region 9 to spend the next 3 days there, or 4 days, where she will conduct the tests, entry-level tests to go into Kurkur. So we already alerted the different villages she'll have to test to encourage them to go and learn skills at Kurkur.
So far, 30 students have applied for scholarship for the Government Technical Institute and 5 for the medical facility at the University of Guyana. The sum of $110.7 million was allocated in the 2016 budget for Hinterland Scholarship Program. Over $8 to $9 million was allocated for school uniforms for over 30,000 school children across regions 1, 7, 8, and 9. I am Renetta LaFleur with this Government News Brief.
This is a notice to mariners. All vessels transiting the Demerara Ships Channel are hereby notified that with immediate effect, the minimum depth in the channel is now 5.1 meters below chart datum. This restriction is necessary based on a recent survey. The dredging of the Demerara Ships Channel will commence shortly, depths monitored periodically and adjustments made accordingly. This notice supersedes all previous minimum depths stated in the tide tables and other publications. Those are the reports we covered in today's edition of the Government News Brief. The details of these and other stories can be found on GINA's website. We encourage you to stay updated and subscribe to our website and YouTube channel. All government and other information can be accessed from GINA's website. Join us again on Monday when we bring you another edition of this, the Government News Brief. Thank you for watching.